Strap in, everybody. We're going deep on the HTFL's first season.
The Happy Time Friendship League?
Yeah, for anyone who's not familiar, a rec hockey league where the big prize is, get this, the Stanley Bunny.
A giant stuffed pink bunny.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the battle for this fuzzy trophy was, well, pretty intense.
It really is something special, this league. That, that fun-loving, lighthearted spirit, but also some really, really fierce competition on the ice.
For sure. And speaking of competition, going to talk about the yellow team, our reigning champs.
Yeah.
It might surprise you that their road to Stanley Bunny glory, well, it wasn't easy.
Nope. The blue team, they had the best record, won the President's Trophy,
Yeah.
for regular season dominance, but they didn't win the championship.
Right. It's kind of like a team winning the most baseball games, but then getting knocked out in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Really shows how unpredictable playoff hockey can be.
Any team can get hot at the right time and really shake things up.
Totally. So how did the yellow team do it? Well, they peaked at the perfect moment, showed real resilience, great teamwork, and embodied that happy time spirit all the way to the top.
Some clutch performances, nail-biting games. They really earned
There's
it.
no doubt. Now, you can't talk hockey without the individual awards. And we've got some standouts to highlight.
Oh, yeah.
Two names really dominated, Josh Daniels and Mitchell Manning.
Daniels, he was unbelievable. 26 points, won the Art Ross Trophy. That's for most points, goals and assists. And get this, even though his team didn't win it all, he was named playoff MVP.
The Conn Smythe Trophy.
Yeah.
That's pretty rare. You don't see the playoff MVP coming from the runner-up very often.
Shows you the impact he had.
Absolutely.
Now, Mitchell Manning, he wasn't far behind. He won the Rocket Richard Trophy, most goals with 15. And he was also voted league MVP.
The Hart Trophy.
Right.
Talk about a dynamic duo. These two were they were electric.
Fun to watch.
And guess what? They're on different teams now.
Yeah. It's like a real-life hockey drama.
Seriously. But before we get too caught up in that rivalry, got to shine a light on a rookie. Aaron Henry.
This guy, he was a revelation.
Had a debut season for the ages.
Won the Calder Trophy for Best Rookie and the Vizina for Best Goalie.
That's almost unheard of, like finding a unicorn playing hockey.
It's that rare.
No kidding. And it wasn't just that he won. His stats were amazing. 85.66 save percentage.
Yeah.
That's like a brick wall in front of the net.
He was a force. Huge part of his team's success.
Now, speaking of great goalies, can't forget Andy Anderson. He won the William M. Jennings Trophy, lowest goals against average.
Yeah, he was tough to score in 2.33 goals against per game.
Wow. So we've got one goalie with an incredible save percentage and another with a crazy low goals against. Makes you think, who was really the most dominant?
Different strength, different stats. It's interesting to think about.
For sure. It shows that, stats don't tell the whole story. It's about, the little things, how each player contributes.
And sometimes it just comes down to those moments, those edge-of-your-seat moments that make hockey so great.
Absolutely. But let's shift gears. Look ahead to Season 2. Things are going to get interesting.
Yeah, the draft shook things up.
Big time. Daniels and Manning are on different teams now.
Daniels is joining the green team.
And Manning is leading the blue team. Talk about a rivalry.
Yeah, it's going to be must-watch hockey.
For sure. And on top of that, two new rookies are joining. Andrew Whitmore and Jonathan Duarte.
Both highly sought after in the draft. Ones to watch.
Definitely. Rookies always bring that element of surprise.
That unpredictability keeps things fresh.
You never know who's going to, explode onto the scene.
Makes the league so dynamic.
For sure. And while we're at it, can't forget about the defensemen. Greg Henry won the James Norris Trophy.
For best defenseman.
And Jeff Manning won the Frank J. Self Trophy.
For best defensive forward.
These guys were so important to their team's success. They remind us that a good defense is just as exciting as a high-scoring offense.
Couldn't agree more.
But, we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah.
The HTFL is more than just goals and saves. It's about the stories, the personalities. It's a community.
Exactly. And one of the things that makes it so special is the emphasis on sportsmanship. Character.
Right. Which brings us to two very special awards.
The King Clancy and the Lady Bing. These awards, they're all about recognizing the players who really embody the spirit of the game.
On and off the ice, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see a league that values those qualities as much as, as skill and athleticism. It says a lot about the HTFL.
Yeah, for sure. So the King Clancy, it goes to a player who shows great leadership on and off the ice, and someone who's made, a real contribution to their community.
Giving back, being a role model. It's about more than just hockey.
Exactly. And then there's the Lady Bing. That one goes to the player who shows great sportsmanship, gentlemanly conduct,
Yeah.
While still playing at a high level.
Grace, respect, integrity. It's really living up to the name Happy Time Friendship League.
Yeah. Competition is important, but so is, creating a positive, supportive environment.
Couldn't agree more. And the winners this season, they really exemplified that.
Chris Fowler actually won both the King Clancy and the Lady Bing.
Wow.
And Bob Neath shared the King Clancy honors with him.
That's awesome. Really speaks to the kind of people in the HTFL.
It's a league where everyone feels, valued,
Yeah.
respected, and that camaraderie, it really shows.
It does. Now, while we're talking about individual achievements, let's get back to those incredible performances that earn players some hardware.
Oh, yeah. Those individual awards, they add a whole other layer to the season.
They do.
Take the Art Ross Trophy. That's pure offensive talent. Goals and assists, the points that, light up the scoreboard. For Daniels to win that, he must have been an absolute scoring machine.
He was. But the Conn Smythe, that's a different story, right?
Totally. That's all about playoff performance.
Yeah.
It's voted on by the Professional Hockey Writers Association, so it's not just about the numbers. It's about who was the most valuable to their team in the playoffs, whether they won the championship or not.
So even though Daniels' team didn't win the Stanley Bunny, his playoff performance was so good, he was still named MVP.
Impressive.
Really is. It shows that there are, so many ways to contribute, even if you don't win at all.
Exactly. Now, on the other side, we had Mitchell Manning winning both the Rocket Richard and the Hart.
Yeah, a double whammy.
The Rocket Richard, that's straightforward, most goals. But the Hart Trophy, that's a bit more nuanced. It goes to the player who's judged to be the most valuable to their team over the whole season.
So Daniels was the playoff MVP, but Manning was the most valuable overall. It's interesting how these different awards, show the different ways players can impact the game.
Like peeling back the layers of a hockey puck, seeing all the different parts that make it so interesting.
I like that. Okay, back to Aaron Henry. His rookie season was one for the books, winning both the Calder and the Vezina. That's pretty much unheard of, even in pro hockey.
Especially in a rec league like the HTFL.
Right, and remember, he did it with a save percentage of 85.66.
Like a wall.
But, like we said, save percentage is just one piece of the puzzle. There's also goals against average.
And that's where Andy Anderson shines. He won the William M. Jennings Trophy with a goals against average of 2.33.
Wow.
That's incredible. It means he was really consistent, reliable all season long, making those big saves, game after game.
So we've got two amazing goalies, Aaron Henry, the rookie sensation, and Andy Anderson, the steady veteran.
Really shows how the goalie position, even though it's often overlooked, it can be just as dynamic as any other position.
Absolutely. And it's those different skill sets that make hockey so much fun to watch. But enough about Season 1. Let's jump ahead. Season 2 is going to be, well, it's going to be something else.
The draft really changed things.
Yeah.
Daniels and Manning are on different teams now.
Right. I mean, talk about a rivalry. This could completely change, the whole landscape of the league.
It's going to be fascinating to see how they adapt to their new teams, how their styles, clash.
It's like a sports movie where the rivals have to team up with different allies.
We're all waiting to see who comes out on top.
For sure. And don't forget the new guys, Andrew Whitmore and Jonathan Duarte.
The rookies. They're wild cards.
They bring a whole new level of anticipation. You never know what they're going to do.
Could be a breakout season for one of them.
It'll be interesting to see how they adapt, how they mesh with their new teammates.
Will they learn from the veterans? Or will they come in and shake things up?
Those are the questions that keep us hockey fans coming back for more.
Exactly. And speaking of impact players, can't forget about the guys on defense.
Oh, yeah. Defense wins championships, right?
We had Greg Henry, an absolute wall on defense, won the James Norris. And then there's his teammate, Jeff Manning. He won the Selk.
These guys were so important. They remind us that a strong defense can be just as entertaining as a high-scoring offense. It's all about those key plays, the strategy, the effort.
And with the new teams, it'll be interesting to see how those defensive matchups play out.
Yeah. Will Greg Henry shut down Daniels? Can Jeff Manning stop Mitchell Manning.
These are the questions that that make you want to just fast forward to the new season.
I know. But with all this talk about players and awards, we got to remember that the HTFL, at its heart, is about community.
Shared experiences, friendships, the love of the game.
It's more than just a league. It's a family. And speaking of special, did you know the HTFL has some pretty unique traditions?
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
Well, each season starts with this hilarious event called the Puck Drop Derby.
Puck Drop Derby.
Yeah. All the players in their gear, they race rubber duckies down a makeshift waterway.
Wait, they race rubber duckies?
Yeah. It's pure chaos. Everyone's laughing. Really sets the tone for the season.
That's amazing. Sounds like the perfect mix of, competition and just pure fun.
It is. And then there's the annual skill showdown. Players show off their skills. Fastest skater, hardest shot, most accurate passer.
Okay.
But they have to do it all in wacky costumes.
Oh my gosh. I got to see pictures of this. Sounds like a hockey variety show.
Pure entertainment. It just shows that the HTFL is, it's all about embracing the fun, the camaraderie. That comes with playing hockey.
I love it. It's so great to see a league that takes the game seriously but doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reminds me of why I love hockey.
Well, me too. It's all about the passion, the excitement, the shared love for the sport.
And speaking of passion, we got to give a shout out to the fans.
Yeah, the fans and supporters. They make the HTFL what it is.
They bring so much energy to every game.
It's incredible. Makes every game feel like a playoff game.
They're the heart and soul of the league. For sure.
They really create those unforgettable moments, those memories.
Well said. So there you have it, a deep dive into the first season of the HTFL, a league that's, it's redefining rec hockey.
We saw it all, the stats, the highlights, the stories.
Rivalries, rookies, defensive battles.
And that spirit of sportsmanship, camaraderie, it's what makes the HTFL special.
If you're looking for some feel-good hockey action, the Happy Time Friendship League is the place to be.
Check out their website, YouTube channel, all the latest news and info is there.
And if you're ever in the area, catch a game in person.
You won't regret it.
Thanks for joining us on this journey through the HTFL. It's been a blast. Don't forget to check out the HTFL YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The website is thehtfl.net.
All the action.
And of course, huge thanks to our sponsors. Silly Boys Hockey Club. Their website is www.sillyboys.com.
The best.
Superpuck at www.superpuck.net.
I love those guys.
Advanced Career Institute. Go to www.advanced.edu for more information.
Awesome.
And Fowler Productions Video Services. Their YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/HTFL Hockey.
This has been Riley Bardown
And Ollie Pilsinen. Until next time, keep your stick on the ice and your head in the game.